Hey guys, this is my first YouTube video on this channel, and this is Prison Architect. So, they just released Alpha 25 a couple days ago. I've been playing this game for quite a few alpha iterations now, at least since around Alpha 12-ish, so quite some time. So I'm fairly experienced, and Alpha 25 was a huge update. They released something that I've wanted for quite some time, which is that the prisoner's needs no longer dictate their exact actions, meaning that even if prisoner needs are completely fulfilled, they might still act out, and that's something that we've needed for quite some time in this game. So, I was looking on YouTube for some people's implementations of the main new feature. Well, besides that, the ways that you deal with it, which include moving prisoners to protective custody or Supermax. And I couldn't really find anything on YouTube, so I decided to make my own video. So this is my prison. You can see it has a capacity, a pretty large capacity, 230 prisoners. I only have 169 in the prison right now. It's a normal security prison for the most part. I do have a couple max security prisoners, I think. Yeah, I have like 8, and 8 more coming soon. So let's go ahead and play the game. And what I recently did is I created this wing over here. This is my sort of protective custody / Supermax wing of the prison. And as you can see, it's really isolated from the rest of it. So to the left is protective custody, and to the right is Supermax. So right now I have no Supermax prisoners, and I have 3 protective custody prisoners. And it's sort of a separate prison within the prison. You can see it has its own canteen, it has its own yard, its own shower, own solitary even, and its own kitchen. And then surrounding it is this barbed wire fence that's called a perimeter wall. I have, remote doors, servos controlling the doors. So, and even its own power station on at least this side of the fence. It also powers some of this over here. Anyway, it looks like the prisoners are starting to act up. That's weird. I thought I had balanced the regime. I guess I'll have to look into that later. But anyway, I just sort of wanted to show you what I did with the new update and how I sort of took advantage of the new Supermax and protective custody features. So why is this useful? Well, this prison was pre-existing before the Alpha 25 update. Okay, so prisoners, most of my prisoners, almost all of them, except for the ones that I've released since the update has come out, don't have any character or reputation traits, if you will, which was the main new feature of the update. I have to create a new prison if I wanted to get new reputation traits in all my prisoners. You can see tasers are going off, and this is hectic. But most of my prisoners don't have that right now, but I still found a way to make protective custody useful. Supermax I probably won't use for a while. I don't think I'll get any legendary prisoners anytime soon. But what I'm doing with Supermax is I've been recruiting. Let's see, if we go to contraband informants, I have a couple informants. I can activate this one. This guy has 52% coverage. Since the new update, it's less buggy. Yes, before, whenever you searched a prisoner, all their suspicions would go up, and it was just a mess. Now, at least, it's somewhat better. And man, this prison is hectic right now. I don't know what's going on. This usually does not happen. But anyway, this prisoner has made it into security, and now he's telling me a few things. So what I can go ahead and do is, if it would let me, I could click on them. Oh well. I can search the cells, and yes, his suspicion will go up each time that I do this. You can see that the bar is rising. Man, that's a lot quieter. And normally you wouldn't want to do this, especially in the previous update, because this guy would be screwed when you go to release him again. Right? I mean, yeah, you'd be cleaning up your prison somewhat, But oh, you can see he even knows now. He even knows that he's a target. That's what this red thing means. So he knows that as soon as he gets released, he's probably going to get beat up as soon as the guards let him out of their sight. I don't know what other objects are here. I haven't asked to be searched. Yeah, you can also see some of the traits. That's another reason why confidential informants are really useful. So this guy's fearless. He's a maximum security prisoner. Anyway, I'll go ahead and release him, but not before I change him to protective custody. So now, well, I have to release him. I don't think I've done that. Oh, come on. So, I just released him, and I'll have to wait for a guard to escort him back to his cell. The thing is, he'll be getting a new cell. He's going to be getting a cell in protective custody. So despite me having searched a bunch of people who he told me had contraband on them, that would normally trigger him to be a target, which he is. Instead, I'll just bring him back to protective custody, let him sit there for a couple days until his suspicion goes down. His suspicion does go down over time, even if he's been marked as a target. He won't be marked as a target in the future once his suspicion is lower. So, you can just sort of have your prisoners become confidential informants, search all the people that you want, then bring them back to protective custody, and have them waited off for a few days, and then release them back to the general population. So that's one of the really big advantages of protective custody, besides protecting people like ex-law enforcement, who are automatically targets from the get-go. When they first arrive in your prison, they become targets. At least if people know that they're ex-law enforcement. Apparently sometimes they might not even know, in which case it doesn't really matter. So anyway, this has been my Alpha 25 video, just showing off sort of the sort of my implementation of one of the main new features of Alpha 25. Hope you enjoyed.